Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dawn, giving them all dressed like $1,000,000, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh, yeah. Everybody listening to me, put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey. Oh, listen, Steve Harvey. Why don't you join in? Yeah. Steve Harvey. Get on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, join in with me. Come with me, help me say. You gotta turn it on, yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. I know y'all can get it on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Turn them out. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on. Dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey. Man, got a radio show. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I can't even tell you, man. I've been doing some thinking, and one of the things that I wanted to mention today to you as one of the principles of success, being grateful at all times is difficult to do. Being grateful at all times is very difficult to do. I find that to be true with myself. Now, there are others that might be able to do it, but just from talking and listening and living and learning, being grateful at all times is difficult to do, but it's necessary because it's such an act of faith in knowing that no matter what's going on, it's going to be all right. And it's hard to see that when things are not going in your favor, when things have turned so dramatically the other way. And it seems as though you're the only one in the situation where you're involved with other people, or someone got an accusation against you falsely, or somebody trying to do something to you unjustifiably, whatever the case may be. When it's happening to you, it does appear to you that, oh my goodness, man, this is horribly one-sided. So it is difficult. It is hard to do, to be grateful at all times, but it's so necessary. And I just want to point out a couple of things to you. First of all, the difficulty in being grateful in hard times is that, number one, the present circumstances oftentimes is just so pressing and so overwhelming that a lot of your energy is devoted to trying to come up with the solution for that, or trying to muster the strength to weather the storm, or trying to just brace yourself to try to get through it. And in doing that, it's hard to be grateful. It's hard to be grateful in pain. And I know it is. But here is the trick for me. This is what I've had to learn how to do. And I guess it takes practice to get here. It's not nothing you just start doing right away. You got to practice it in small increments to really get it. What I've always had to say to myself, and what I've learned to say to myself, is this is happening to me because God is working me through something. This is happening to me because it's some form of test that I have to pass in order to graduate to the next grade, in order to be allowed to move to the next level. This is happening to me because there's something I need to purge my life of, my body of, my spirit of. Something's purging in me. And when you purge something, it's painful. You know, it's like a person getting off drugs. The withdrawal is agonizing, I've been told. And every documentary I've ever watched, it's an agonizing process to go cold turkey, to withdraw, to pull away after you've been doing something so long. And so I know that this process is tough when you're going through some pain, but when you're purging your system, when you're having to pass a test, when you're about to when you're being made ready for the next level, that moment right in there, in realizing that that's what's happening, that's where you find the gratitude. That's where I found the gratitude. I hope I'm explaining this correctly. I'm going to keep trying until I get it. But that's where you find the gratitude. The second part of it is that God has never left me. In all the things I've done, in all the mistakes I've made, all the lies I've told, all the situations I've gotten myself into from being greedy and wanting too much for me, at the expense sometimes of other people, not doing it deliberately or in a vindictive way, because I've never had that spirit. I'm not a vindictive or a mean person. But sometimes in my life, in wanting to do what I wanted to do, I didn't totally weigh out the cause and effect of the other person. I mean, can I just be real with you with that? I mean, how many times we done all done that? Look, it don't make you a bad person. You know, good people do bad things all the time. I just happen to have come to the realization that unknowingly and not with malice intent towards a person, I've hurt people looking at something I wanted to do without really looking at what the cause and effect would be on the other person. So in doing some of these things, I've created situations for myself. But God, through his grace and mercy, has allowed me to even get beyond that. So when I'm saying that God has never left me, in spite of myself, he's always gotten me through. So that's the other part of it too, see, that no matter what you're going through, you've got to understand that God has always gotten you through it. Now, hasn't he? Now, it may not be the way you wanted or the way you liked, but guess what? You can't do wrong and not pay for that now. That's not how this works. That's never going to be the case. But the great thing about God is he fires warning shots at us all the time. He gives us an opportunity to stop. You know, he don't fully punish us right away every time we do something wrong, now does he? You know, eventually you're going to get caught doing whatever it is you're doing. You do understand that, don't you? But the first time, that close call, that was a warning shot for you to stop. Look, I know you're not perfect. I know we all sinners down here. So I know you're going to make mistakes one time. I know you was looking at her when you wasn't supposed to. I know you said something to him when you wasn't supposed to. I know you got with her when you know you wasn't supposed to. And I know you got with him when you know you wasn't supposed to. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to fire a warning shot, and maybe you'll slow your roll this time. But we keep on, though. See, that's what happens. See, we just keep on. And then the next thing you know, we get caught. Now, oh, Lord, have mercy. I want out of this. Yeah, well, see, you done dug this hole pretty deep. And he going to get you out. But there's some things that's got to go down now because you didn't pay attention to the warning shot. See, had you stopped the first time you felt bad about it and said you wasn't going to do it no more, the situation wouldn't be as critical. But because we don't stop and we go again, but God always forgives. He always allows us to get back up again. He always gives us mercy. He always gives us his grace. He always does that.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. All right, everybody, it is the Steve Harvey Morning Show, and this shout-out goes to everybody, anybody out there on a road trip with all your family members in the car, and you can't stand none of them. Good morning, Shirley Strawberry. Have you ever been in that situation?
Well, Jay. I'm just going to say good morning. How about that? And I love you. How about that?
Carla Farrell, tell us about your road trip. Been on a road trip like that? Road trip, you know what I'm talking about?
And what's the question? Been on a road trip like what?
With all your family members, and you can't wait to get back to the house to dump everybody out the damn car. I mean,
You're a company hating self.
That's never happened to me.
Never, ever happened. Never. Oh, no. Well, let me go to somebody I'm sure this has happened to. Junior, talk to me, man.
Ooh, you get this little musty boy away from me.
You counting down.
I can't wait to. How many more miles? Morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Morning.
And last but not least is the king of pranks. What's up, Tommy? How you doing, man?
You already know, Jay. I have been on a road trip, Jay. Got to the destination.
Yeah.
And then just paid for me a flight back. I don't even want to go to the function we came down here
For the family reunion?
Yes, I'm out. I'm out.
Oh, yeah, man.
I'm out, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's only so much of that purple T-shirt you can take, Shirley, and then you just got to get out. You got to get out. You got to go make it.
And can we quit? Can we quit making that shirt with that tree on it? Can we quit? Do we have to have that tree?
That's
Oh,
the family
man.
tree, though, Tommy.
But we ain't never met none of the people on it.
And no disrespect, but we don't know the people on the back who passed on. We ain't never seen them people.
Yeah.
We don't know them people. We don't know them people.
But you're carrying on that bloodline, Jay, with
Yes, I get
your hating
that.
company self.
Ooh. Man,
And yes,
family
I
reunions.
still have my house guest. Thank you very much.
And when are they going home?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. She went home and she
And
came
came back?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I
See, that's
love
somebody
it.
don't want to be at home.
Yeah, no, they want to hang out with their girl. That's all. Yeah.
No, Shirley.
Yeah.
That's
How long
somebody
has she
don't want to
been
be
there?
home.
How long she been at your house?
This will be the third week or maybe
She's
going
been at
on
your
a
house
month.
for 3 weeks.
You got somebody
Yeah.
stay with you for 30 days?
Yeah, it's been fun.
Oh, man, I'd kill somebody.
You
I've
know
had a
how
great
much
time.
electricity she uses?
Yeah.
You know
Ooh.
she's using toilet paper you wouldn't normally use. You do know that, right?
Well,
you do
Jay,
know that.
Since you brought that up, she has asked me for several roles.
And not only that, Shirley, do you know how many times she done flushed the toilet? You know how much water that is?
Water bill high?
You
I'm
need
not
to
counting that. I love company, so it's all good as far as I'm
the one.
concerned.
You fall asleep with this TV on one more time.
Let me tell you something. When you use the bathroom, this is what you need to do. As far as today, wait till the end of the day to flush it. Don't be flushing my toilet over and over like that.
Oh, you don't say none of this stuff, Shirley?
No, because she's my guest.
Hey.
Mi casa, su casa.
Uh-uh.
All right, listen, we got a great show for you lined up for today. Coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, inside something funny. This licking food craze, it's got to stop. We'll talk about it when we come back right after
It's
this.
still?
Yes.
Yeah, still going on. Still going on.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
So it's time for something funny, guys. J. Anthony Brown, Tommy, and Junior, you guys are here, as always, to address this licking food craze. This is so disgusting.
It is,
What happened now?
Jay,
it is the nastiest thing
this is awful.
that people are doing.
Who thought of this?
They're licking food and putting it back. But have no fear. There's some foods that are safe, that are
Like
not
what?
chitlins. Ain't nobody licking chitlins.
Don't worry about that. No.
Okay, I see where we going. Come on.
See where we going?
I see where we
I got
going.
one more. Then you start. How about this? Prune juice. Ain't nobody open
Nobody open that. Ain't nobody open that.
Let me jump on in here, man. Ain't nobody licking jalapeno peppers. Ain't nobody doing that. No, they safe, baby.
No. They good.
You got one, Junior? You got one?
Yeah, ain't nobody licking squash. Ain't nobody licking squash.
You know what's sitting on the shelf? Because we're talking about foods that are being licked and put back, but we got some foods for you that are safe. You ain't got nothing to worry about.
Okay.
Nobody's opening buttermilk. Buttermilk is fine.
They still make that?
I know.
Yes, they still make buttermilk. Yes.
Yeah.
They still make it,
Yeah.
Buttermilk biscuits. Yeah.
Okay.
You got
Buttermilk.
one, what you
Okay,
got,
I done
Junior?
told y'all what I don't like. Ain't nobody licking cottage cheese, okay? Nobody
I
doing
just
that.
wrote that down, Tommy.
I love
can't
cottage
stand
cheese.
Cottage cheese.
Me too.
Ain't nobody licking that.
Cottage cheese is so delicious.
Oh,
It
my
is
God.
so good.
Nah.
With some pineapple.
Oh.
Some
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
yummy.
You got one, Junior? You got one?
Yeah, ain't nobody licking yogurt. Ain't nobody licking yogurt.
This is true.
Nah.
Yogurt is good.
No, you're not
Yogurt is
licking
good,
yogurt.
but they ain't licking it.
They ain't licking it. Have you seen it?
I got one. I got one right here. I can tell you right now, ain't nobody opening sardines, licking them, and setting them back on the shelf. Nobody. is licking sardines.
No, Jay.
Mm-mm.
I had some sardines 2 days ago. Go ahead.
I love it.
Ain't nobody taking that key and opening up that spam and licking that. Ain't nobody doing it.
Spam still on the shelf.
And what is that water that's in there with that? What is
What's
that?
that? No, what is that gel around there? What is
Yes.
that?
The jail.
Mm-mm. Let's just keep it safe. Ain't nobody opening bologna. Ain't nobody opening licking bologna.
No,
Lick
no,
it.
it's safe.
Mm-mm. Now,
Oh,
I
we
will
see
roll
that.
it. I will roll some bologna and eat
I
it.
will,
I ain't gonna
yeah.
lie to you. I'll roll it.
And make a
cheese in there?
sandwich.
Yeah.
It's cheese. Yeah.
just going around the store eating.
Yeah.
We talked about this yesterday about foods that licking. So what we have now is foods that are safe that ain't nobody licking. How about
Okay.
this? Beet juice. Ain't nobody
Thank
drinking no
you.
beet juice.
Uh-uh.
Put it back on the shelf.
All right, well,
No,
let's
I
just
love
go on
them.
and call it what it is.
What?
What?
Ain't nobody just going up there to the seafood counter and just licking shrimp. You know, just raw ass shrimp.
No.
Ain't nobody doing that.
But raw shrimp is good.
We got,
That ain't
I
the
don't know.
sushi you want.
No, that's not. That's not.
what you got, Junior?
That's
What you
not.
got?
I'll tell you one that ain't nobody licking. Parsley. Ain't nobody licking parsley.
Yeah,
I don't like it when it's on my plate at the
Nah, it's hard
restaurant.
to get that out your mouth right there.
Get this
For
out.
garnish. It's just for garnish.
I can tell you what else ain't nobody licking. These are foods that ain't nobody licking and putting it back on the shelf. How about this? Ain't nobody licking liver. Ain't
seen nobody.
Oh, I'm about
Oh,
to barf.
God.
Oh,
No, Jay.
But I do like
Ooh.
liver, though.
Yeah, you didn't
Yeah.
put a stop on it now, Jay.
Yeah.
when you talk about organs.
Yeah,
Yes,
you didn't.
yes. What you got, Tommy?
What ain't nobody licking? Ain't nobody licking lettuce either. Ain't no lettuce lickers out there.
Yeah, dog.
Ain't no lettuce
I'm right
lickers.
there with you.
I'm with you when you're right, Tommy.
Ain't
I
nobody
hate
licking
lettuce. I hate
Yeah,
lettuce.
no. And matter of fact,
Eat lettuce.
I hate lettuce.
I don't like iceberg.
I don't like
Iceberg lettuce?
I don't like
eat it
iceberg.
because I know it's good for you, like romaine and stuff, but I do not like lettuce.
I love romaine. Yeah, you don't like romaine, sure.
I'm not a
See,
lettuce girl. I'm not
I'm
your salad
questioning
girl.
y'all list now.
Well, we talking about licking, not
Licking,
eating.
though.
yeah, licking and putting back. Like you ain't seen nobody lick a bushel of collard greens. You ain't seen that.
No.
Ain't nobody went over there and got that bushel
And lick.
and licked it and put it back.
This is true now.
Well, while we in the vegetable department, ain't nobody licking ice potatoes. They sitting right there by themselves, man.
Oh,
Nobody licking ice
no.
potatoes.
What's
No.
ice potatoes, though?
Okay.
Well, they're white potatoes. They're
Them
called
white
ice
potatoes.
potatoes.
See, I didn't want to
White
say anything because every time I say something,
You knew
But
that
I didn't know
was?
what
no,
that was.
Did you
I
know what
didn't.
that
but-
was, Shirley?
No, I didn't. But Carla asked, and
I didn't
I'm
know
right there
either.
with you. See,
I ain't
Yeah,
never
She's
heard
scared.
that
She's
before.
scared to
Ice
say
potatoes.
something. Her
Yeah.
scared.
because
Well-
every time I say something, you
Well,
are.
and the reason I know that because I would go to the store when I was a little boy and I'd get the wrong damn potatoes, and then you had to take your ass back down there. And I said ice potatoes, so that's how I know
But
that
why
those
is
are
it
the white
called
potatoes.
ice potatoes?
I have no idea.
You never-
I can
you
tell you
never
why.
asked?
I can tell you
Why?
why. I can tell you why.
Why?
Because they're grown in a cold climate.
Oh, is that like summer sausage? Is anybody
Here
looking
we
that?
go. Here we
Oh,
go.
that's
And
a
I
good
bet
one.
not. And I bet not catch you licking at summer sausage either.
Shirley, Shirley,
Yes.
say that again.
No, I will not, sir.
Hey, now
That's
listen,
why they're
Jay.
Okay.
I bet not catch nobody licking no watermelon, and I mean that.
I'll
what?
lick some watermelon now. Wait a
Licking wa-
minute.
See, there we go.
What you was licking,
See,
Tommy?
that's what I'm
Say
saying.
what?
Y'all can lick a
Question
watermelon and
that
put it
Tommy
back?
says.
No, not and put it back.
No, not and put it back. No.
No.
What you got, Junior?
I'll tell you some things they ain't licking.
What?
Bacon safe. Ain't nobody over the pack of bacon licked and put that back.
Raw bacon.
I think you guys are running out of things.
No, we
I know Tommy is. Yeah.
Nobody licking putting that
Okay.
back.
They don't like my list.
Yeah, I love
not
you,
that.
Liz.
No,
I love
that's
you, Liz.
it's
All right,
funny.
I got one more.
What?
Pepto-Bismol. Anybody drinking Pepto-Bismol?
Nah, ain't nobody licking that.
Nah, I
Nah,
lick
I
it if
can't.
Shirley cooking, though. If Shirley cooking, I'm licking it.
Whatever, man.
We'll go right over there. Get it. Coat my stomach first time. Coat my stomach.
Okay.
You take that before you go over there, huh?
As much as
Yes.
of my chili as you've eaten,
Lick
I
as
can't
much
even
as you
believe you
can.
said that.
All right.
How about raw eggs? Ugh.
Yeah.
Nah.
All right, listen. Coming up, the nephew is in the building with his not loving cottage cheese. So run that prank back up next with the nephew right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, coming up at the top of the hour, entertainment news. But first, the nephew is in the building with Run That Prank Back. What you got,
Let's
Nav?
run it back. What we have here is the one and only Keith Sweat.
With an F.
Put that F on there. Keith Sweat. Keith, run it.
Hello.
Hey, I'm trying to reach Manny. Is this Manny?
Nah, this ain't Manny, man. This is Sweat. Who's this, man?
Hey, this Raheem, man. Wow, this Sweat. Okay. Hey, Mr. Keith, we got people down here. You're supposed to be here at the record store, man, right here in Harlem, and we got people wrapped around the building. You're supposed to be here signing these CDs, man, but it's been over an hour. These people been standing here waiting on y'all.
Yo, man, I don't know nothing about no record store, and number two, I don't know nothing about doing no signing, man. Who set this up, man? I don't know.
I mean, the name I was given was Manny. Who was Manny?
Manny's my road manager, but he don't set things up, man. He's a road manager. He's not my manager. He just handles my stuff on the road. But I was never told I was supposed to be nowhere to do anything, man. I mean, normally when somebody tell me and them have an understanding that I book what I'm supposed to do. So I don't know nothing about this, my brother.
Okay, well, we got to get this taken care of. We got people wrapped around the building. We got a table here laid out. We got pens and everything for you to sign these CDs, man. We got over 100 people outside the store.
My brother, I nobody told me about no signings or no nothing, man. I mean, I don't know nothing about no signing, for real.
Okay, well, are you hearing what I'm saying to you, man? We got people outside the building waiting for you to arrive to sign some CDs. Now, what I'm supposed to tell these people?
Yo, I don't know what you're supposed to tell them, man. I mean, and it's kind of like you raising your voice, dude. First of all, I don't even know who you are calling me like this. I told you, man, I didn't set nothing up, man. And, I mean, I don't even know who gave you my number. You know what I'm saying? I don't handle it.
All this information was on the fax machine. I got this as a contact number. Manny is the person I'm supposed to be talking to, and Mr. Sweat was supposed to arrive here at 12 noon. Now, here it is. It's 1:15, 1:20, man, and you ain't here. And we got people wrapped around the building. We've been advertising this for the last 2 weeks. I mean, the album dropped today.
Brother, I don't think you, I mean, no disrespect to you, but I don't think you hear me, man. I don't know nothing about a signing. If I knew about a signing or I knew I had a signing session, I wouldn't have the people sitting around or standing around like that. That's not what I do. But no one informed me that nothing like this was going down today. You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay, but look, man, now that you realize people are here waiting, what are you going to do? What am I supposed to tell them?
Man, there's no way in the world I can get down there and do a signing at this time, late time right now, man. I mean,
you need to get your bag and that.
You
need to try to get yourself down here, man.
Well, first of all, I mean, what did you just say? I think you just called me out my name or something, man. What did you just say to me, man?
No. I'm saying you need to try and come on down and sign these CDs for these people, man. These people are here. They're waiting in line. They've been waiting over an hour on you. Now, this not going to look good. This is the day. We got your CD almost on every shelf, man.
I'm feeling you, and I understand now. I understand what you're saying to me, but there's no way I can get down there, man. You just going to have to reschedule this, or we going to have to reschedule this. I apologize for the, misunderstanding, but bottom line is I knew nothing about this.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Mr. Anderson, this is Mr. Sweat. He's saying he don't know anything about being here. I'm telling him we got people all wrapped all around the building. He don't care.
Yo, dude, I didn't say I didn't care. I said there's nothing I could do. I didn't set it up. I didn't say that, man. Don't put words in my mouth, my brother.
What do you want me to do?
All you got to do is reschedule it for another time, man. That's what you do.
Hold on, man. I'm talking to my boss. I'm trying to figure out how to get. We got people finna get mad, man, because you're not here.
Hold
okay?
up.
Now, whoever Manny needs his whoop, man. He does. Say what?
I don't know nothing about that, man. I ain't got nothing to do with that, man. All I know is that nobody told me about that. I'll call Manny and I ask who set this up, because I don't do things unless I know where it's coming from.
So ain't no way you can get yourself down
hold
here.
up. You keep, first of all, man, you don't talk to me like I'm your child, man. You keep saying there's no way I can get my, you back up on what you saying, dude.
Hey, man, we having a problem. This is supposed to be one of the biggest days of our record store. We got your CD on every shelf, and you just so calm and collected, like it's not a problem with you.
Yo, what I'm supposed to do, man, when I didn't know nothing about it, I understand it's a problem. It's a problem to me because it make me look like I'm a no-show. But, dude, I'm telling you again, I knew nothing about this, man.
Hold on 1 second. Take all his damn CDs off the shelf. Every last one of them.
Yo, I don't know what you talking about, man. You losing your darn mind right now, man. I'm not trying to disrespect you, dude, but you really losing your mind right now. You doing something you ain't got no business doing, man. I said reschedule the situation, man. Tomorrow, the day after.
How we rescheduling when the album drops today, man?
Okay, well, there's nothing I could do about this, dude. Nothing.
Wait. Sound like you raising your voice at me.
I'm raising my voice, man, because you disrespect me. You don't call my phone going off like I'm somebody's child, like I'm your child, dude. Man, you don't talk to me like that, man. Come on.
So you can't stop what you doing and bring your butt down here to the record store.
No, I can't stop what I'm doing. No, I can't stop what I'm doing, man.
So what you doing right now that's so important you can't come?
Man, it ain't none of your business what I'm doing right now, dude. I'm saying I knew nothing about this, man. So I'm not gonna keep going back and forth with you like I gotta explain to you why I gotta stop what I'm doing to come down there. I knew nothing about it. It's not my fault, dude. You need to take this up with somebody who scheduled this, because I didn't schedule it.
There's a right and a wrong way to do somebody, Mr. Sweat.
Oh, man, come on now. You reciting my songs, man. Come on, man.
Okay, no problem. I'm just going to go out here and tell everybody in the line, Mr. Sweat don't want to come, okay? And I'm taking all of the damn CDs off the shelf because you don't want to stand up and be the celebrity that you're supposed to be.
Man, okay, now, you know what, man? You do what you got to do, man. At this point, you do what you got to do, man. But, who am I talking to anyway?
This Raheem, man.
Raheem.
I work here at the store.
Okay, well, I'll see you, Raheem. You go ahead and do what you getting ready to do, and I'll come and see you, dude.
What you mean you gonna see me? What that mean?
I'll see you. Yeah, I'll see you. That's what it means. I'll see you.
Okay, because the bottom line is, man, Tommy said you was gonna come. He the one said you was gonna come sign.
Tommy who? Now you, Raheem, Tommy, who the hell is the Tommy?
Tommy, man, Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Swear I got your
man, you know what? Man, y'all tripping, boy, for real. Man, you don't even understand what you make me do, dude. You crazy, boy. I mean, you know what I mean? Y'all don't have anything better to do than call me and mess with me, man.
I knew the album was dropping, man. I said, I'm getting it today. You
man,
good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Boy, you crazy, boy. Man, let me get off this phone, man. Y'all do what y'all do. Boy, you don't even understand.
Oh, sweat, man. I had to get you, dog. Look here, I know you got your show, but you got to tell me what is the baddest radio show in the morning.
The Steve Harvey Morning Show, man. Get off my phone, Nephew Tommy.
All right, coming up at the top of the hour, we've got some entertainment news. Wesley Snipes in the news. Haven't heard from him in a while. Want to hear what he has to say? That's all coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In today's entertainment news, Wesley Snipes isn't bitter at all that Marvel is doing a Blade reboot without him. That's what I call a class act right there. Love me some Wesley Snipes.
He should be in the movie, though. He really should. Yeah, put him in the movie.
Put him in, man.
And not to take anything away from Mahershala Ali, who is just excellent in everything he does as well. He's been tapped to play the vampire hunter. And Wesley, who played the role in 3 films between 1998 and 2004, has nothing but love for Mahershala, who, of course, has won, 2 Oscars now? In a statement to comicbook.com, Wesley says, to all the daywalkers losing their minds right now, chillax. Okay? Although the news comes as a surprise, it's all good. Such is the business of entertainment. Much peace to the MCU crew. Always a fan. Congratulations.
Hey,
and
sure.
yes.
That's not a light-skinned role, huh?
No, and they're going to have to light that set up a lot if they put him and Wesley Snipes.
Can we get some more? We need some more.
That's always my issue. We
love
always
my dark-skinned
need
brothers.
good,
Y'all eat.
good lighting. But we got to have our good lighting, though. I love good lighting. Good lighting. Yeah. But anyway, so Wesley told everyone, all the day walkers, to chillax. Although the news comes to him as a surprise, it's all good. It's the business of entertainment, people. Much peace to the MCU crew. Always a fan, and congratulations to Mahershala Ali and Salam,
Yes,
a beautiful and talented artist whose expressions I look forward to experiencing for many years to come. Most importantly, to my loyal fans, of which I am one, Wesley, the incredible outpouring of love is overwhelming. I am grateful for the never-ending support. So nah, fret, nah, worry. No fret, no worry. It's not the end of the story. Okay,
I would
welcome
love
to
to
the
see him in
Daywalker
that movie.
Clique.
Yeah, I would like to see him in
yeah,
that
as
movie.
something.
He said
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
end of the story.
Yeah, end of
That's
D
cute.
story. It's not D end of D story.
D story,
Yeah,
That's
welcome to
cute.
the Daywalker Clique. I love
What
it.
do you mean?
Yeah.
I like
That's
that.
cool.
That's a class act right there. It doesn't get any better than
He
that.
always been a class
Yeah,
act, though.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, still, in as many years as we've been doing the Steve Harvey Morning Show, Wesley Snipes is still, bar none, one of my all-time favorite guests. All-time. You remember? He was
Classic.
I mean, just the best.
Classic.
The best. Yeah.
Oh, you can't run up on him.
No,
you can't.
He knows too much
no,
stuff.
no,
No, he knows
no.
too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All-time
And-
favorite
and
guest.
Tommy, the ass whooping will be so quick that you
Yeah.
won't feel it.
It would.
Yeah.
The last thing you want is a 4-second ass whooping.
And he may have choreographed it before he left the house that morning
Yeah.
because he does his own stuff, you know.
You're like, man, I just got my ass whooped.
Yeah, so in other entertainment news, there's more finger pointing regarding the Aretha Franklin estate. TMZ reports that her son, Keith Franklin, is trying to remove the executor, Sabrina Owens. Keith accuses Owens of selling property and keeping some of the proceeds and is seeking a temporary restraining order. He wants Owens, who is Aretha's niece, to lose her authority to oversee the estate's finances. And don't expect this story to go away, people. The Queen of Soul left 3 different wills in her home when she died last August 16th.
Well,
Yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah. Wow.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
That's a mess.
Yeah,
man.
it really is.
Oh,
it really,
wow. I hope
really
they
is.
straighten
I
that
hate
out.
that they're
Wow.
fighting about that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, Jay, in national headlines, we're going to find out what's going on in Capitol Hill today, what's the latest on the protests in Puerto Rico. So let's go, Jay.
All right, everybody, it is time for the news with Miss Ann Tripp.
Jay. Thank you, everybody. Shirley, this is Ann Tripp with the news. European leaders, let's start there, reacting to the election yesterday of Boris Johnson to be UK's new prime minister. Let's say Johnson's not exactly very popular. One French TV channel calls Johnson incompetent and a buffoon. Guy just took office and they said he's incompetent and he's a buffoon. Le Monde newspaper of France reprinted an editorial that was made years ago, I think, which urged the Brits not to elect this guy never to anything. Nevertheless, the French President Emmanuel Macron congratulated Johnson and says he looks forward to working with him. Johnson says he'll be pulling Britain out of the European Union by the scheduled date of October 31st. Of course, that's Brexit for short. Johnson says he wants a better Brexit deal than what his predecessor Theresa May worked out for Brexit. Johnson also says that he wants to change the immigration laws of England in one way. He says that people who come to England have to speak English completely. Delegates to this year's NAACP convention have voted unanimously this week to call on the House of Representatives to begin impeachment proceedings against President Trump. Members of the oldest civil rights group gathered for their 110th convention in Detroit. Although their action doesn't actually impact any congressional legislation, the group's president, Derek Johnson, has called Trump a racist. And in an online statement, Johnson says that Trump, quote, has led one of the most racist and xenophobic White House administrations since the Jim Crow era. The NAACP now joins over 80 congressional congressional lawmakers and calling for impeachment proceedings to commence. The NAACP statement, of course, coming one day before today's scheduled appearance of former special counsel Robert Mueller before the House Judiciary and Intelligence Committees. Democrats hoping that his testimony will at least kickstart an impeachment inquiry. I guess we'll see how that goes. President Trump is suing the House Ways and Means Committee as well as officials in New York State to prevent Democratic lawmakers from using a new law to obtain his tax returns. Ever since Trump began running for the White House, he's been doing all he can to keep his returns and other financial records private. Stay tuned to that one. Immigrant groups are up in arms about the latest move by the Trump administration, a policy which could lead to many being deported. It's called expedited removal. Basically, unauthorized immigrants all over the country, not just at the southern border, have to prove that they've been in this country continuously for at least 2 years. Otherwise, they're deported on the spot. Hundreds of Nuyorican or Puerto Ricans from New York, we call them Nuyorican, have traveled to the island to take part in daily protests, but things may be over. Word is that Ricardo Rosselló, the governor, says he will resign, and he's going to resign via a video later on today. So we'll see how that works out. And finally, today is National Tequila Day. Yeah, back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, now this is according to Steve Harvey FM. All right, R. Kelly's crisis manager is calling it quits after a national TV interview blew up in his face. His name is Daryl Johnson. He was speaking with Gayle King and her CBS This Morning co-host when he was asked if he would leave his children in Kelly's care. Johnson said he wouldn't leave his kids alone with anyone accused of pedophilia, regardless of who it is. Take a listen to
I have a 20-something-year-old daughter. Would you allow her to be alone with
Absolutely not.
With R. Kelly?
I wouldn't leave my daughter with anybody that's accused of pedophilia. Period.
So you would not?
I would not leave my daughter with anyone that's accused of being a pedophile. I would not.
That doesn't seem like a contradiction to you. You're
absolutely
sitting here defending R. Kelly, but at the same time saying you wouldn't leave your own daughter with him.
I wouldn't leave my daughter with anyone. Okay. I'm going to say it again. That's accused of being a pedophile.
All right.
All right.
You know,
the crisis manager's in a crisis.
Yeah.
The crisis manager.
Now, who does he call?
The crisis man needs a crisis manager.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, that wasn't a good answer.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
not for what he's doing.
Yeah, he had a couple of chances to walk his comment back, to take it back and all of that, but he decided to stick to his guns. You could hear a little indignation in his voice. Flash forward to later on when Johnson said, "I should have worked it better." He also clarified that he would leave his daughter with Kelly since he doesn't believe Kelly is actually a pedophile.
Too late.
Now you lied to me now, dog.
Yeah,
stop.
Right.
Yeah. Trying to take it
Stop
back.
now. Stop.
Yeah.
You was right the first time. You know damn well you ain't leaving your daughter with nobody like that. Stop.
Because you spoke from the heart the first time.
Yeah,
Spoke
you
from the heart.
did.
Let's just say even if R. Kelly didn't do it, you got 1,000 people saying he did. Why would you leave your daughter there?
Right. It's just not a good look. It's nothing
right,
smart about that situation.
Well, everybody walking out on Kelly, boy. Everybody.
Yeah. Well, Johnson stepped down as his crisis manager / spokesperson, citing personal reasons who had nothing to do.
That's why.
He said it had nothing to do with Mr. Kelly.
I'm pretty sure. Then why you quit?
This is the guy that has the dreads, the dread.
Yeah. Like a mohawk kind of style.
Mohawks. Yeah.
So
well, at least we know where he stands now. He stands down.
I tell you who ain't walking out on R. Kelly.
Downwind from R. Kelly is
You know who ain't walking out on R. Kelly?
Who?
His cellmate. He ain't walking out. He right there. Yeah. Yeah, it's tight up in there right now. I'm telling you.
Boy.
What?
And if
What,
he's
y'all
guilty,
don't want to be real about it? What?
No. I mean, if he's guilty, okay, then that's where you need to be.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with that at all.
None of that.
Yeah. All right, coming up next at 34 after the hour, we're going to talk about viral pictures, viral videos, things that we have seen lately. We'll talk about it right after this. Yeah, that are viral.
Is it a viral or virus? What is it? What is going on?
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Okay. When you release a video and it goes viral, all right? Have you guys...
I feel like you and Carla know something I don't. What is it? What do y'all
Well, no,
have?
I think you know about this because who doesn't when it goes viral is the question. There was a woman. What airline was this?
It looks like it was Delta.
Yeah.
It looks like
Delta Airlines.
Yeah. There was a woman who was cussing her man out so hard
Yeah, she did.
on the plane that she was asked to leave. There was
Latino lady, right?
Yeah, she was
Yeah, you
warned that there were children on the plane. She was warned about her explicit language, all of that. She didn't care about any of that. She was mad because she thought her man was cheating right in front of her eyes.
Looking at other women.
Looking at other women.
Yeah, right in front of her. Yeah.
But my problem is too her language, and she kept using the N word.
Yeah,
but
and she's
she
not-
wasn't.
yeah, clearly.
she's
If
not
you
black.
go,
She didn't
if
appear
you
to
go
be
to New
black.
York and you hang around New York Hispanics, they use the N word, especially young Hispanics. They use the N word a lot. That's just how they talk to one another.
They
do
picked
use
it up as a term of endearment
It's a
as
term
well.
of
Yeah.
endearment, and they say it. Yeah.
But before,
Oh, it's too
when I first
Yeah, it
heard
is,
it, I had
though.
no idea that she wasn't. I mean, it's bad however you look at it. I mean, they had some serious problems.
They did.
She beat him. I mean, she hit him quite a few times. They got off the plane, but she didn't care. She did not care
Right.
because she was really upset.
Tired of him.
Upset.
Yeah.
He
So
did
my
that
question
before.
to the ladies
yeah.
on the show,
Yeah,
question
what's
to
your
the ladies
question,
on the
Jay?
show, what does a man do when this is happening? What
Well,
does a man do?
what do you mean? You
I
caused
mean, how
it,
does he
first of all.
how does he deal with the situation?
You
what
walk
does he
away,
do?
Jay.
Yeah,
You
I was going to
You
say
walk
you
away.
got to walk away. You
Ain't no
can't
way around it.
You can't
Walk away.
strike back. You can't argue back because
No.
you won't.
Right.
This is an argument you're not going to win.
You're not gonna win.
You're not
Right.
going to
Right.
win. When that woman is that
And-
heated, she's cussing
Yeah.
like that in front of the kids and everybody.
Well, I like the way people was looking around. They knew
Yeah.
something was going on. They just didn't know what row.
Yeah.
And Jay,
Yeah, they
you
pulled
at
out
the
their
airport,
phones.
you at the airport, just go and find you a flight somewhere she ain't going. Just another flight up away from her.
Wait a minute. Oh, okay, you're assuming that you're going to be able to get away from her. You're not going to get away from her until she empties everything inside of her that
Inside
she
of
needs
her,
to
right.
say
Sure
to
But
is.
you.
but surely she
think
was
you can,
hitting him, though,
I
Tommy.
know.
She
She
was
put her
hitting him.
hands on him on the
Yeah,
on
she
the
But
put her-
plane.
listen,
yeah.
once you
I
get
don't
out that
recommend that.
aisle and get your ass off that plane and get down that jetway, once you hit that terminal, you better break out running. Get away from this
She will
woman.
be right. What about this? Are you not getting, Tommy? She's not
Well,
letting
she's
him
gonna
go.
Be arrested.
Yeah.
Well, of course she'll be arrested.
I just hang out in the men's bathroom.
Listen, Captain speaking. As
There
soon
you
as
go.
she gets off the plane, I'll take you anywhere you want to.
You know, we really, really do not recommend women hitting men.
No.
I don't
Keep your
recommend
hands
it to anyone, men hitting women or anything, but women, come on now. You can't hit
Not
them
doing that.
either. No, you cannot.
Don't
Especially in a
initiate.
heated situation like that. No, sir.
Right.
No.
So that video is
ma'am.
circulating. It's viral. It's this woman on this Delta flight, but she's probably on a no-fly zone after her behavior. Of
Yeah.
What she did on that flight.
Yeah.
They probably said,
Yeah,
Precious.
she's
Not-
never
not-
going to be able to fly anywhere. Yeah.
Can I
Even
say this?
Spirit.
He must have
Spirit
really
Airlines
Not even
won't
disrespected
fly.
Spirit.
Not,
Jay.
not even Spirit.
$8 a
You know you're
flight.
wrong for that.
Spirit got an attitude.
But can I say this?
Uh-huh.
And I'm not trying. I can't say that. Never
What?
mind.
Okay. Well, if he filtered
I,
himself.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just gonna say, if that would have been a sister, it would have
Oh.
been so many authorities on that plane,
And would need
Oh, they
every
would've
last one of
drugged
them.
her off that
They
plane.
would
dragging
have-
her, apprehending her. It'd have been a mess.
They would have opened
Yes.
the window and thrown her out, Tommy.
Yeah,
That's
on,
how
man.
If it was a
serious
black
that would have
woman,
been.
you better talk.
Yeah,
You better
because
talk.
she was out of line, this lady.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
totally.
Yeah, she was. I mean, he was obviously too, which got her so heated.
But
But
we don't know if he was looking at other women. We do not know. We know she was clowning. That's all we really know.
And from
We do
somebody
know.
that has
Yeah.
looked at other women before, get you some shades, dog. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man? And get the ones that's got them sides on it, them side shades. You the blue blockers.
The blue blockers.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
If you want to look like that,
Sitting up there with your naked eye looking at me.
your naked eye.
Now I don't think
love
she was
it.
wrong now.
Captain Obvious. What else did you want to talk about, Shirley?
All right, so coming up, we'll also talk about this other viral picture that's been floating around with Nicole Murphy. But coming up next, yeah, the nephew is here with today's prank phone call right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, listen, we have the strawberry letter coming up. We have Tommy's prank phone call coming up. But before we get to all of that, there's a viral picture going around with Nicole Murphy.
I just saw Nicole.
Oh, I saw
in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I saw the picture.
And
too,
I
girl.
don't know the circumstances, but she is in the picture kissing Anton Fuqua, who is
Really?
married. Yeah,
The
to Lela
filmmaker?
Rashawn. Yeah.
The
Yeah,
director.
the director. Yeah,
The
Married to
director,
Lela
yeah.
Rashawn.
he's married. Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
I tell you what we should do. I got an idea, Tommy. I got an idea.
Sunshine's husband.
Yes.
We should get that lady from the plane to cuss Murphy's ass out. That's what we need.
So Nicole Murphy did release a statement. She said that she saw an old friend. I think they were out of the country, and she said that they embraced or they kissed. And
Well,
that was
she said that Antoine and her were just family friends.
Yeah, they were just
I read.
family friends.
That's what you're
That's not a
supposed to
family
say.
friend kiss. That ain't a family
I've
friend.
had
I
those.
saw her in Vegas. She didn't kiss me like that. We didn't do
Well,
nothing
are
like
you
that.
a family friend?
No.
Okay, then.
Okay.
Yeah, so they were in Italy, and then she said
Yeah,
they
they were out of
exchanged a friendly hello, and that was
Yeah.
Did that look like a friendly
That
kiss
didn't
to
look
y'all?
friendly. No.
That look like a hello to you, Carl?
No.
Okay.
You're
I
not
done
gonna
seen
kiss my
hellos
husband
and
like that,
goodbyes
hello.
all my
Okay,
life.
Carla, Shirley, your husband saying hello to somebody like that, you got a problem with it?
I do.
Uh-huh,
Yeah,
a
I do.
serious problem.
Yeah. Did I hesitate at all, Jay?
Let me tell you something, Jay. Houston, we got a problem. That's the problem. That's the situation right there.
All right, listen. Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's today's Strawberry Letter subject. My wife wants to be a supersized model. But right now, the nephew in the building with today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff?
You can't come back to church.
Huh?
Wow.
Okay.
Who are you?
You can't come back to church.
How dare you judge me?
I said it. How y'all want it a different way? You cannot come back to the church. Yeah, man. Let's run that cat dog. You cannot come back to the church. Amen. Amen. Hello.
Hello.
I'm trying to reach Sister Cherise Mayfield,
Who is this?
Deacon Bounds from the church.
Deacon who?
Bounds from the
From what? From our church?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
From here. Can you hear me good? This old phone don't work good.
Yeah, my phone okay.
Okay, that I called and the deacon board didn't have a meeting as well as Pastor and they didn't have a meeting and they come to the understanding that they're gonna ask you to not come to church right now because them boys of yours, Eric and James, being in jail the way they is, and want you to just I don't know if they're gonna suspend you from church right now, but they think it put a bad look on the church.
My kids being in jail put a bad look on the church.
Well, that's what they come up with. Now we even had a meeting with the deacon board and with Pastor Stoves.
I don't understand why y'all have a meeting about my kids in the church. What my kids got to do with the church?
Well, what we're trying to do is show a good example to the youth that we got there.
Okay, you can show a good example by me being there paying my tithes and offering.
Well, that's another thing that's been brought to our attention that we're going to be calling a lot of members about is people not paying the tithes the way they supposed to.
I pay my tithes. I don't know who told you that, Deacon Barnes. I don't even know, first of all, who you are, and I'm not trying to be mean to you. And I don't even understand how you even got my phone number.
Well, now
but I pay my tithes, I pay my offering. Go on your computer at the church, call your secretary or whoever.
Well, let me ask you this, Sister Mayfield. Do you pay your tithes according to what you make?
Yes, I do. Check the books.
Well. Now what it is, we can't check the books if we don't know exactly what you make. Is what I'm saying.
What I make is my business between me and Jesus. I give him his 10%, and that's all Mars Hill need to know.
I understand exactly where you come from, but now the main issue on the table is about these boys and being disrupted the way they are. They don't want that to be to bleed over into the youth choir.
Wait a minute. First of all, I would appreciate if you would have Pastor to tell me this himself, and then second of all, if somebody kids is having trouble in the world or whatever, y'all supposed to pray for them, not put them at the church or their mama.
Well, we gonna pray for, and we're gonna pray for you too. But we don't want this to shed over to the youth that we got that's doing good with this.
Well, I'm gonna keep coming. Y'all can't stop me from coming to the church. I'm gonna keep coming. So I don't know who you talking to, and you tell Pastor to call me himself and tell me I can't come to Hill, and you have nobody calling me telling me that I can't come to Hill. That is a free church.
I'm going to get the pastor called up. Now,
Well, you get the pastor to call me because you have no business calling me, telling me that I can't come to God's house.
Well, Sister Mayfield, I don't want you to get in no uproar with me. Now,
I'm not getting angry with nobody. I don't work 18, 16 hours today. I don't have time for nobody calling me, telling me that I can't come to a church that I pay my tithes and offering at. Not that I own the church. I pay my tithes because that's due to God. But y'all really making me upset by telling me I can't come there because of my kids and their troubles.
Well, Sister Mayfield, where was you this past Sunday? You what now?
I wasn't at church because I had overslept. And why is that any of your business?
Now, there you go being in uproar with me again.
I don't know who this is. How could you call somebody about church business over the phone? This don't make sense.
Sister Mayfield, hello?
Yeah.
One more thing. This Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show, you just got pranked. I got you. I got you. I got you.
Oh, my God. Wait a minute. How you going? Sorry. But y'all bogus. Y'all is so funny. I'm like, who is this guy? We talking about church business.
You know what I like about you, though?
What?
Ain't nobody gonna keep you out the Lord's house. You gonna show up and show out every Sunday.
Every Sunday I'm coming to church in the name of Jesus.
I know that's right, baby.
Well, thank you.
Hey, baby, let me ask you something. What's the baddest radio show in the land?
Now, do you even have to ask me that? The Steve Harvey Morning Show, baby.
Crazy.
What y'all think? Pretty decent?
Pretty decent.
You putting people out of the church?
You know.
What have you done that's not decent? Nothing I can think of.
There's a lot of people in the. There's a lot of people. Thank you, Jay. There's a lot of people in the church. A lot of people need to really be put out. You know what I'm saying? So just bear with me.
Judging when people need to get put out the church and all.
Well, you got people at your church that don't need to be in there. You do.
You play too much, Tommy.
It's like my mother used to say, you do not have a heaven or hell to put anyone in.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, I tell you what, I got something that's going to be a little more pleasant for you.
What's that,
August the 2nd, Friday, I got a party, a full-fledged party that I am hosting for the one and only WDAS Summer Soiree.
Yeah.
Sounds like Philly to me, baby. So come. If you're coming to Philadelphia, you're going to be there for the Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, the conclave going on that weekend. We will be at the Grand Ballroom, 3801 1st District Plaza in Philadelphia. It's a party.
Ooh,
it is
yeah.
not a comedy show. It is a party. We got 3-4 DJs. You do not want to miss this. This is a real, full-fledged summer soiree. This is that grown and sexy. Come one, come all. August the 3rd, Saturday, Summer Breeze Comedy Show, Saginaw, Michigan, Huntington Event Park at Dow Event Center, 7 p.m. That's all I got time for right now. So, go. You're going to take it away.
All right. Well, thank you, nephew. Appreciate that very much. Coming up, my strawberry letter for today.
Great.
What was that, Jay?
That was great. What Tommy just did, it was great.
You better come through, Team Tommy. All right, listen, the subject for the strawberry letter today is my wife wants to be a supersized model. We'll get into that right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, time now for today's strawberry letter. And listen, if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your strawberry letter to Steve Harvey FM and click Submit Strawberry Letter, okay? We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one. You hear that? That's today's letter. Getting ready. It's hot.
Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the strawberry letter.
Subject, my wife wants to be a supersized model. Dear Steve and Shirley, I'm a 40-year-old man and my wife is 36. After my wife had our 2 sons, she gained a lot of weight. I love her so much and I've tried to encourage her to lose weight by working out and eating right, but she won't stick to a diet and exercise plan. I was honest with her and let her know that I was not sexually attracted to her anymore. She promised to work harder to lose the weight. Our youngest son is now 6 years old, and she has not lost any of the weight she gained during the pregnancy. I told her that I loved her curves, but I encouraged her to stay focused and lose the weight. She tried every diet plan that is out there, and I did the diets with her each time. One day, she came home from the gym. She was really excited and told me a man approached her and another girl about being plus-sized models for his new clothing line. She said that the guy was going to pay her to take a few pictures, and they had already set a date for the photo shoot. She told me this guy really boosted her self-esteem and made her feel better about being heavier than she's ever been. So, despite what I think and say, my wife has been on cloud 9 and she changed her wardrobe by buying bigger pants and dresses, and she stopped going to the gym. I don't want to crush her spirits and tell her that she's too heavy, but I'm not going to sit back and watch her struggle to get up from a chair or breathe heavily when walking short distances. I don't want to ruin my marriage over her physical appearance, but I am not going to allow her to let her health decline. What do I do? What can I do? Please help. Okay, this is an issue here. I understand, because at first, I was thinking, well, men are visual. They don't like for women and their wives to change. They usually want them just the way they were when they met and all of that. And we as women always want our men to change. We want them to evolve. Get your hair cut like this, wear this suit or whatever. We're always laying out your clothes and stuff like that. But men want you to stay the same usually. So this is an issue because you're concerned about her health. And since she stopped going to the gym, and I'm assuming stopped the diets, then that has become an issue for you. Whereas before it was just about, her looks and all of that. But I got to stop you here because, you got to know that men lose weight way easier and quicker than women do. So just because you're dieting and working out with her and you're losing weight and she's not, come on, it takes us a minute, okay? Our bodies are built to have babies, things like that. So we have, more fat on us and curves and things like that. So maybe you need to be a little more patient with her when it comes to dieting and exercise, because it's not going to just drop off like yours will. So she met a man at a gym that really boosted her self-esteem, she said, and made her feel better about being heavier. Now, which is a good thing if someone boosts your self-esteem. But you should feel that way about yourself anyway. And you should not lose weight for anyone. You shouldn't lose it for your husband or this guy that wants to make you a plus-size model. You have to feel that way about yourself. You have to want to get healthy. And if you're struggling getting up out of chairs, and if you're breathing heavily and all of that, that is going to be an issue. If not now, and it looks like it already is now, definitely further down the line. You want to be here. You want to be healthy for your children. Your youngest son is 6 years old. So perhaps you need a different approach. It's exciting. Instead of telling her the bad things, come to her, with positives. Honey, you're looking better. I want you to be here with me. I want you to stay healthy. Encourage her to stay on her diet and things like that, and encourage her self-esteem, okay? You're beautiful. I love you. We're going to do this together. We're in a marriage together. All right? So try that approach. Try that approach and see how that works. And just keep reminding her that her health is the most important thing. Junior?
Yeah, well, he said, what can I do? Please help. Well, first thing you do, you can start by apologizing. I would go in there and apologize to my wife. If she's struggling with the kids, with the weight, the whole night. Matter of fact, my grandmother was 6'1", 330 pounds. She's a plus-size model. She was actually with a plus-size. Now, she wasn't in no magazines or nothing, but that's how she carried herself, like she's a plus-size model. Big and confident. Oh, no, she kept negligee on. If you came over there in the house, you might see something you didn't want to see. But her neck, I'm telling you, she kept it on. I know I'm not the only one to ever see my grandmother's breast. Just hanging out the side.
What?
Just hanging out the side. Kept her gown open. I never never closed it.
Your family. Oh, my God.
Yeah, you might go in that room and see something when you come over there. So I don't know what you're talking about. Big always been. I don't have a light woman in my family. All the women in my family been big. So I don't know what is you over here talking about. You'll never know. My grandma was married 4 times.
All right.
4 times. Somebody kept wanting. I don't know what she was doing.
She had confidence.
But she kept her husband. She had people changing religions. My grandma started off as a Muslim, but when he left, he was Christian. She brought the Lord. She saved the man's life.
Amen.
Now he eating bacon. Now he all got bologna sandwiches. Now it's fried pork chops in his hand. He wouldn't even touch that stuff. But he got with my grandmother and came out that room, and it was something else. I don't know what. You might want to go in that room with your wife and find out what's going on. Because my grandmother kept one.
That's right.
I love it, Junior.
Good
That's
job,
right.
Junior.
What size was your grandmother again?
6'1", 330 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Kept it
listen.
on.
We're going to have part 2 of today's Strawberry Letter. Subject, subject, my wife wants to be a supersized model. That's coming up right after this, at 23 after the hour.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, we're still reeling off of Junior's answer to today's Strawberry Letter. So we need to recap the subject. I know. That was funny, Junior. We need to recap. The subject is my wife wants to be a supersized model. 40-year-old man wrote in. His wife is 36. After they had their 2 sons, wifey gained a lot of weight, as women tend to do. We gain weight when we have children. He says he loves her so much he wanted to encourage her to lose weight by working out and eating right, but she won't stick to a diet and an exercise program. That's probably because of the way you're talking to her about it. You said you were honest with her. You let her know that you were not sexually attracted to her anymore. Your youngest son is 6 years old. You love her curves, but you want her to stay focused on losing the weight. She's tried every diet plan, all of that. One day she came home from the gym really excited because a man had approached her there about being an plus-size model. So she was really excited, and now she stopped going to the gym and paying attention to her health. Now she's eating more, and she's buying bigger size clothes. The problem comes in is that she has trouble getting in and out of chairs. She's breathing real heavily. So now you're concerned about her health, which is how you should have started the conversation. And maybe it wouldn't have been a turnoff to her or made her feel like she has low self-esteem. So anyway, so you want to know what should you do? You got to encourage her more and, build her up more. And like I said, men lose weight faster than women. So don't think that just because you're losing it fast, she's going to do the same thing. That's not the issue. So what should you do? We heard from Junior. Now it's your turn, Jay.
Look here, dude. First of all, there are a lot of big people who are in shape, okay? Now, she can get in shape and still be big. What you need to do is your little skinny ass need to eat up. That's what you need to do, okay?
Get your weight up.
You need to put some weight on your ass because the only person in the house that has a problem with weight is you because she seems to be happy with the weight she has. Let me tell you what big women can do. Junior came from a big women family, so did I. My mama never was skinny and could run my ass down any day. She caught me. She would catch me. She was as big. She wasn't as tall as Junior. My mom was like 3'11", weighed probably like 300 pounds. But when she picked up speed, oh my!
Wait a minute. Your mom was 3 feet 11 inches, Jay. Really?
When she picked up speed,
Really,
you
Jay?
could hit him feet pounding. I mean, and it got louder and louder. So, dude, your little ass need to eat up.
How do you know he's skinny, Jay?
Huh? I just know he's skinny because he's complaining about her. So your little thin ass, all right? Your little thin ass, when you start eating, you need to be walking around the house eating every time we look at you. You need to have a sandwich in your damn hand, all right? So, and encourage your girl because obviously she loves you, and if you love her, you put some weight on your ass, okay? That's all I
I like it, Jay. I like it. We'll take it. I like it a lot. All right.
That's what you got to do.
Here we go. Subject, my wife wants to be a supersized model. What do you have to say to this 40-year-old man, Tommy, who wrote this letter?
This is the biggest and best thing that has ever happened to you. I used to live in this world. Shirley and Carla knows this. This used to be my world right here. Size 16 and up, a whole lot of butt and a short haircut.
Yep.
Oh, my God, you got me reminiscing Kiwi. Big baby. Oh, I had some girls that was off the chain, boy.
Big honey.
Oh, Connie. Let me tell you something. We used to do some things.
Connie.
We used to do some things that you didn't know nothing about. Let me tell you something. You wouldn't be knocking this if you did the things I did with Big Honey and Kiwi and Connie. We used to do the biscuit booty brunch. Do you understand me? The biscuit booty brunch. That is when we would come to breakfast naked with nothing but biscuits and make love right there on the table was the biscuit booty brunch. Do you hear me? And then we had the freaking fruit medley. Oh my God.
What was that?
That's when we get nothing but fruit. Just all kinds of fruit and cut it up. And me and my baby there naked eating fruit. You feed me, I feed you. We making love in the middle of. Do you understand that? And then the 44 chicken wing. Lord have mercy. Oh, that's when we are both folded up and it looked like two chicken wings folded together. The 44 chicken wing. Do you hear me? And then the sticky bang bang. The sticky. Boy. Junior, Jay, the sticky bang bang.
Man? What's that?
Boy, we roll ourselves around in lemon juice, and then we roll ourselves in sugar, and we get, man, it's the sticky bang bang, baby. It's the greatest thing I've ever done. And last but not least was the sugar shake. The sugar shake. That's brown sugar stuck all on us, and we just sit there dancing in the living room shaking.
All
you
right.
understand what I'm saying? The sugar shake, baby.
We gotta go.
You don't understand what you missing, man.
All right, listen, email us or Instagram your thoughts on today's Strawberry Letter. Good job, guys, at Steve Harvey FM, and check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Now, coming up at 46 after the hour, tell me something good. Listen, two Delaware sisters read bedtime stories to kids all over the world. We'll talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for Tell Me Something Good. Okay, this is about two sisters who read bedtime stories. So this segment is all about, there's so much bad stuff, bad news going on in the world. So let's do some good news, all right? So this comes from WDAS FM 105.3, where in Philly. That's right.
Sounds like Philly to me.
Yeah. Two sisters read bedtime stories to kids all over the world. Their names are Zaria and Haley Willard from Dover, Delaware. They believe that all children should fall asleep to bedtime stories. So the sisters log on to Facebook/Instagram Live 5 nights a week to read to other children. I love this. They say we take turns reading. Zaria is 13 years old. She says it all started to help kids get a bedtime story because maybe their parents are too busy or they don't have time to read to them. So that's why we are helping. To prep for this week, the girls visit the library to pick out books each Sunday. The sisters went on to say, when we read stories, we try to use Black characters because we don't see a lot of that around here. So we're here to tell people that Black kids are out there too. So we got to say thank you to Zaria and Haley.
Nice.
Yeah,
for that good news story, spreading a little Black girl magic there. I love that.
When I went to bed. Wish I had a nice bedtime story when I went to bed. Take your ass to sleep. When I come back in this room, your ass better be asleep.
The end.
Once upon a time.
Once upon a time, when I come back up these stairs, your ass better be asleep. Say it, Junior.
The end. That's the only story you get.
What's all that moving around up there for? You gotta be asleep.
Did you all ever get a whooping in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
You thought your parents had forgotten?
Yeah.
And they came in there, turned those lights on, and
pull them
I got a
covers
whooping
back.
for being on the phone later.
Man.
Oh yeah.
No, man.
yeah.
When you sleep and you get that first lick, when they pull them covers back,
Yeah.
that first lick, you have no idea. What is going on.
Yeah.
One thing about my mama, she was big, so she couldn't sneak up on you. You could hear her coming, so.
You can prepare.
Well, you had that. Then there's that. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't watch the dishes, clean up the kitchen one night before I went to sleep.
Baby.
Oh, no. I was awakened in the middle of the night with the belt.
yeah.
Then I had to get up and go clean up the kitchen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa, Lord.
Mine way
Man,
better than y'all's. Mine
What?
way better.
What?
What you had, Tommy?
My daddy woke me up. He had told me 3 times, cut the yard. My daddy woke me up on the 3rd or 4th night. I can't remember. Woke me up 11 o'clock at night, and I was cutting the yard with a flashlight.
I bet you were.
And the neighbor next door,
Yeah,
what's
you
going on?
was.
Don't worry about what's going on over here.
For sure. All right, for more good news, go to Steve Harvey FM. Coming up at the top of the hour, some trending political news. Robert Mueller on Capitol Hill right now. We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so special counsel Robert Mueller is testifying on Capitol Hill right now, guys, for a House Intelligence Committee session.
Yeah.
He in the hot seat.
Yeah, Robert Mueller has been
Smooth
subpoenaed.
top desk. Ooh.
Mueller has been subpoenaed by the House Judiciary and Intelligence Committees, but his rep says his testimony will be the same as the public remarks he made in May, as well as the contents of the report he delivered to the Justice Department. So what are we doing this for then? We already know what he's going to say.
Right.
It's like they were saying, we read the book, now we need to see the movie.
Yeah.
It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time.
You think it's a waste of time, Tommy?
I do.
If he's not going to add anything, Jay, yeah.
Yeah, if whatever we find out, ain't nothing finna happen.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, that has been the case.
I think them Republicans going to be grandstanding.
Yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. In his investigation, Mueller and his team found a concerted Russian effort to influence the 2016 presidential election. However, he found no evidence of coordination with the Trump campaign. And though he did find substantial evidence that Trump and his associates attempted to hinder the investigation, Mueller cited a Justice Department rule saying a sitting president can't be indicted, okay? And deferred to Congress's power of impeachment. So he wanted Congress to do something about it. Yeah. We also expect the Democrats to zero in on the many points of contact between Russia and the Trump campaign. But we also expect it to go nowhere.
Yeah, because I think he's supposed to testify he's testifying right now, so about for 3 hours today. But I agree with you, Tommy. Yeah, but I just don't think we're going to find out anything shocking.
I'm with you.
Well, we're not. He just said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
don't find nothing.
It's
and if they do find anything, they're not going to do anything.
That's
Yeah.
what I
That's
mean,
the thing.
y'all.
That's the thing.
It's just on TV. That's all it is. It's just on TV. It's just something to do.
Right. And I just hate to have this attitude, to just, nothing's going to happen, we don't feel anything for this, but we do. We're just so frustrated, because this happens time and time again.
Over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So we just going to watch it.
Yes, we'll
laws have
just
set
watch
up that majority rules. If you don't have the majority, you can't do a damn thing.
Right.
We have it in the House.
You will have it in the House, but the Senate, if the Senate doesn't vote on it, it doesn't get done.
Hey, I'm sorry.
What?
News break. Hillary had the most votes. If you want to sit here and talk about the most
popular vote.
The most, 3 million more popular.
Yeah.
I read it.
So
you
you read the report, Jay.
I read the full report.
Do you think members?
I was going to say, wow, why are we just hearing about this?
I did not read it out.
I ain't seen
So
you
let me
read a
ask you a
magazine.
question,
I'm
though, guys.
I know,
So since we know that this report was 400 pages, do you think members of Congress have read this report?
Now that I have to say, I do.
I don't think everybody's read it either.
I don't, and I think that's why this testimony, what he's doing right now, is so important, because I think that they're going to really hear for the first time. He feels like, well, I already wrote all this down, but I don't think people read it.
So the majority of the Republicans have not read it, and because they've already
agree.
made up their mind as to what they believe, and so why read it?
Yeah,
It
but
doesn't matter.
I think they've read it, and I think they should have read it if he's going to appear before the committee. At least the ones in the committee, somebody has to have read this report, because to know what to question him, to get the details, maybe they can find some angles that just aren't there out in public from those who didn't read the report. I think they have read it, though. I do.
If you're lying about something, other information don't matter. I mean, we all do it sometimes.
Right.
I don't want to hear from nobody else. You wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask
That's
this
sometimes
question.
what we do.
Right.
Well, since you read it, Jay, was there anything in there that didn't come out?
No
I know he did.
I did not.
He read the first page, the Mueller report.
Yeah. I don't think they read it, and I think that people took Barr's interpretation of what he read and said, okay, well, there it is, what Barr said, and I think that's why Mueller is upset, because he's saying that's not what I was saying. Congress needs to do their job. That's what I think is going down.
All right, well, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show. We're going to talk about Eddie Murphy when we come back at 20 minutes after the hour. He's got a big deal.
I want to talk to you.
Right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so guys, we got to say congratulations to Eddie Murphy. I mean,
sir.
who in this room is not a huge fan of Eddie Murphy? He changed the game. He changed the world. Yeah. Yeah, he did. We love us some Eddie Murphy. And he's got this big Netflix $70 million deal to come back and do stand-up.
Oh, no, you already.
That's how you come back.
Let me just say this right now.
What you say, Tommy? What you say?
This finna piss Monique off so damn bad. I don't know what we supposed to do for the next 6 months.
I had no idea that's what you were going to say.
You're right.
You think he's ready for stand-up, Jay? You think he's stupid,
he is.
Always
I think he's
ready.
going to do the right thing and hit the small clubs. What he needs to do is hit the J Spot 5581 West Manchester Avenue. Eddie, come on over.
Jay,
wait,
just have the tacos ready for him, please. Don't embarrass us, Jay.
Yeah, you can't run out of food if Eddie come through.
No, I can't run out of food. But
It'd be fun if he did.
Yeah. Eddie Murphy needs to get ready by going to small clubs, and one of the small clubs he needs to come to is the J Spot Comedy Club, 5581 West Manchester Avenue. Watch out there now.
Well, Jay, I think he's going to come. I really do. But this is what I wanted to ask. What is he going to wear for his stand-up special? Because his leather stuff is iconic.
I know.
I'm still with him wearing leather. I'm with Eddie Pierre. Whatever
he decides to do. Yeah.
You better be listening.
All right, listen, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In today's entertainment news, Wesley Snipes isn't bitter at all that Marvel is doing a Blade reboot without him. That's what I call a class act right there. Love me some Wesley Snipes.
He should be in the movie, though. He really should. Yeah, put him in the movie.
Put him in, man.
And not to take anything away from Mahershala Ali, who is just excellent in everything he does as well. He's been tapped to play the vampire hunter. And Wesley, who played the role in 3 films between 1998 and 2004, has nothing but love for Mahershala, who, of course, has won, 2 Oscars now? In a statement to comicbook.com, Wesley says, to all the daywalkers losing their minds right now, chillax, okay? Although the news comes as a surprise, it's all good. Such is the business of entertainment. Much peace to the MCU crew. Always a fan. Congratulations.
Hey, sure.
Yes.
That's not a light-skinned role, huh?
No, and they're going to have to light that set up a lot if they put him and Wesley Snipes.
Can we get some more? Need some more.
That's always my issue. We
love
always
my dark-skinned
need
brothers.
good lighting. But we've got to have our good lighting, though. I love good lighting. Good lighting. Yeah. But anyway, so Wesley told everyone, all the daywalkers, to chillax. Although the news comes to him as a surprise, it's all good. It's the business of entertainment, people. Much peace to the MCU crew. Always a fan, and congratulations to Mahershala Ali and Salam, a beautiful and talented artist whose expressions I look forward to experiencing for many years to come. Most importantly, to my loyal fans, of which I am one, Wesley, the incredible outpouring of love is overwhelming. I am grateful for the never-ending support. So nah, fret, nah, worry. No fret, no worry. It's not the end of the story. Okay, welcome to the Daywalker Clique.
Yeah, I would like to see him.
As something.
He said end of the story.
End of the story. It's not the end of the story. Yeah. Welcome to the Daywalker Clique. I love it.
That's cool.
That's a class act right there. It doesn't get any better than that.
He's always been a class act.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, still, in as many years as we've been doing the Steve Harvey Morning Show, Wesley Snipes is still, bar none, one of my all-time favorite guests. All time. You remember? He was
classic.
I mean, just the best.
Classic.
The best. Yeah.
Ooh, you can't run up on him.
No,
you can't.
He knows too much
no,
stuff.
no,
No, he knows
no.
too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All-time
And
favorite guest.
And Tommy, the ass whooping will be so quick that you
Yeah.
like, you ain't
Right.
It would.
Yeah.
The last thing you want is a 4-second ass whooping.
And he may have choreographed it before he left the house that morning because he does his own stuff, you know.
You're like, man, I just got my ass whooped.
All right, coming up, we'll do our last break of the day, and we'll have Jay's What Have You Learned Today? That's coming up right after this at 49 minutes after the hour.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we are, last break of the day on this.
Man.
Yeah, this week is moving, huh?
Yeah.
You can stay longer if you want to now. It's up to you. We leave. You can stay.
No, we out.
We gonna get up out of here.
You have so much fun. It go by so fast.
It
I
really
know.
does. It really does. Yeah.
We know Mueller wished the day would go by.
Oh,
He's
man.
tired of sitting in that
It's
chair.
It's just starting, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He's sick of it, I'm sure.
You know, I want to know who picks the chairs. Because you're going to be sitting in that chair 3-4 hours.
Yeah.
It's got
Yeah,
to
you
be a
gonna sit there
comfortable
a
chair.
long time.
One word,
Yeah.
cushion.
Yeah, you're going to need that.
Cushion.
Yeah,
Do
whatever you bring when
I
you go
never
to
see
the.
them go to the bathroom.
Yeah, they get bathroom
They
breaks.
do.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
they
do.
do?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I would clear up. When do we go to the bathroom? That's what I-
Yeah, even if I don't have to use it, I want a
need that
break.
break.
Yeah, you need that break.
Golly.
Yeah. So did they do some sort of mock
Yeah.
trial thing?
They
The
did.
Democrats.
the Democrats
did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which I thought should have never
yesterday.
got out. I should have thought
I
they
don't know how
should
you-
have done that behind closed
I don't know how
doors.
they did that.
Why?
Because I don't know
Just
how
to
much
get
practice. Yeah.
They were having practice.
How much
I
practice do
guess.
you need for?
Okay.
Did he obstruct justice?
Yes or no?
That's all we need to know.
Answer the doggone question.
Was the Russians interfering?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes or no?
Yeah, what do you
What the hell is we in here
practice
2
for?
hours for?
Yeah, I don't get
Should
that
Trump
either.
be locked up? Yes or no?
Yes or no?
I mean,
That's all we
Yeah,
need to know.
Yeah, he up there talking about lock her up.
Yeah. Send her back.
Does his son go with him?
Go back to where you came from. Come on. Yeah. All right. So Jay, you ready for your segment
I am
now?
so ready. If you've listened to the Steve Harvey Morning Show today, we thank you so much, so much. At the end of the day, what we do every day, what we've been doing lately, is going around the room and finding out what the people on the show have learned today. Shirley Strawberry, what have you learned today?
Okay, I learned that Wesley Snipes is even a better guy than I thought he was. I mentioned earlier that he's one of my all-time favorite guests on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Love. Big fan of Wesley Snipes. And I became an even bigger fan when I found out how he responded to the news that Mahershala Ali is going to be cast as Blade in the reboot of Blade. So he handled it with so much class and dignity. He gave him a shout out. He told him it was okay. This is the business of show business. And he was just very congratulatory and nothing but love. And that's the Wesley Snipes that I remember when he came on this show. And I just
What was
think
that word he used, Shirley? She said,
chillax.
chill?
He told the people to
Chillax, yeah.
chillax. To all
I
the
like
day
that.
walkers losing their minds right now, chillax. Yeah.
Chillax.
You
I
know, and
like
he
that.
said much peace. I mean, it was just nothing but love. And I just like that. And I think that's how it should be. Because you're talking about two outstandingly talented brothers, Wesley
Yes.
and
Wesley
then
a bad boy,
Mahershala
man.
Ali.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
mean, you know, he
Oh,
could
yeah.
only take
But
it to
would
the
be
next
so
level.
good to have both of them in this movie. Blade Runner they could both be in this movie. I would love to see it. I would.
We're gonna need a lot of light though.
More
A lot
light
of
than
light.
ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
All
don't
right.
put George Wallace mama in there. Oh my God.
Please, would you please?
So,
All right, I'm
dead
done,
wrong.
Jay.
All right. Carla Burrell, what did you learn today?
I've learned this. To all the ladies that are listening today and you're married, put your family friends on alert and let them know that they cannot wear bikinis and go to a foreign country and kiss your husband. I'm just saying. I have learned that today, that I'm putting family friends,
I know that's
female
right.
family friends on alert. That's all.
I like it. I like it.
You like that? You like that
Yeah.
alert?
I
Oh,
like
okay.
that a lot.
Okay.
That's a nice alert. All right. Junior, what you learned today, man?
I
What
learned-
she didn't say was
Yeah.
or else.
Or else.
Or else, right.
Just
That's the
saying.
last
I'm
part.
just saying.
Uh,
Junior, what you learned today, man?
I learned today that you really can get jumped on a plane. You can get your ass whooped right in front of everybody. It ain't got to be just you and the other person. They will publicly do it. And I've learned that today, man. And I need to understand. I fly a lot, so I need to know that information.
Yeah, you learned that today. There's nowhere on the plane
Nowhere.
that you can get your behind, but yeah, you will.
It's a viral video alert.
Yeah.
The viral video alert.
All right, Nephew Tommy, what'd you learn today?
You know, I've learned that my past is something that I want to be my future. During the strawberry letter, you know, I'm sorry. It came over me. I really want another biscuit booty brunch. You know, I want another freaking fruit medley. I haven't done these things in years. And I hope I can talk Jackie into this. But yeah, we're gonna see if we can work this out.
I don't think it's gonna be worked out.
Not gonna be.
It's not gonna be worked out.
Thank you for saying that,
So
Jay
you don't think my
Junior.
woman will roll around in lemon juice and then roll around in some sugar?
Yeah, you're going to get a biscuit with no booty, okay? That's all you're going to get at the house, okay? It's not going to be a biscuit booty brunch. It's not going to happen, okay?
Thank you for keeping it 100,
right.
Jay Anthony
And
Brown.
can I tell you what I've learned today? I never met the lady. I don't know what she looked like. I wouldn't know if I saw her coming down the street. But from the picture that Junior painted, his grandmama, oh my God.
Yeah.
You want to meet her?
Man, Jay, when she was here, boy, she was tough.
I want to meet her,
Boy,
man.
she was tough.
She sounds sexy as hell. No
Jay.
disrespect.
I know. I didn't know. I just think it's just weird growing up. You know, seeing your grandmother.
It's just nothing like a confident woman.
That's it.
Period. It's just nothing like that.
That's it.
Yeah, we got to get out of here, guys. That was fun. Thank you. We love you. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.